Yeah, watch. Hang on, sick. So what is that you have?
Oh, my book. It's a ninja versus Jack the Ripper story.
Sick.
It's it's a supernatural twist.
And what is this? This is a comic?
Yeah.
Oh no way! Damn. And you made this?
Yeah.
And
Has
this is
different
for
covers.
me?
That one's
Sick.
got
Look,
the
guys. That's a comic, and he's the one that did it.
Yeah, I got the Albuquerque ComicCon this weekend, so
Sick. That's awesome. Oh yeah, that is sick, dude. No way, that's sick. And when is that Comic-Con happening?
this weekend, Friday,
Oh,
Saturday,
wow.
Sunday at the convention center, Albuquerque Convention Center.
Huh. Interesting.
So what's new on your end, man?
I was looking at a building, and that's probably, and then, okay, you on mine, since you did ask, and so I would say there's a building that I could possibly buy up the street, so I looked at that. That's been new. Trying to think what else has been new. Right, nothing really, nothing other than that, and then me trying to bump social media and everything, and and then start a nonprofit organization.
Yeah. I did the color work. That was because I think I'm getting a tattoo with that watercolor feel to it.
Oh, I know who will do your tattoo, without a doubt. Shout out Johnny Mac. I know who will do your tattoo. If you want watercolor, I know where I will send you, and it will come out elite. He's the best in the world at watercolor.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, what do you want to do?
Of course, trim of the beard.
Yeah. And how much you thinking off the beard?
I like how it's kind of squared and comes long.
Okay.
in here.
Okay, so do you want it coming in long?
Yeah,
I
so
can do
it's
that.
It's kind of short. It goes long here.
Yeah.
And then of course, the trim definitely.
Yeah, I got you. I can do the haircut, make it look nice for you. I'll check out you. That's sick, dude.
So social media thing been working out for you? I can't even talk. I'm so tired.
Yeah, no, it's been good. Why? Do you have a YouTube channel?
I don't. I need to create one though. My kid has one. She's like, why don't you have one yet?
But you have an Instagram, right?
Oh yeah, Instagram was illustrations.
Yeah, tell him right here. Hey guys, go follow him. He's gonna tell you what his IG is.
So Instagram is was illustrations. You can actually follow me artwork. I'm in the comic book business for about 12 years now. So I've been doing Comic Cons, illustration work for about from New York to furthest west I've gone is Colorado, but work on Nevada and California stuff. But yeah, check it out.
Yeah, guys, definitely check it out. And he's being humble. I just started thinking of a comic book of Sirens Salon. Like, I'm not joking. I was just envisioning the entire thing with characters and everything.
So what's the basis of your story there?
It's kind of messed up, but I'm just saying it's like, okay, Sirens Salon, you could almost do it like, you could almost have a character that he, let me think about it for 2 seconds. Watch, just because you can probably have a character, this is messed up, I'll just free float and tell you. You could probably have a character that, being me, that he got out of jail or whatever, and did, a bunch of haircuts in there, and now he's out, and you could almost trail his daily life on how the haircuts are, relatable here and everything. And then, like, on one chapter of the comic book, like, Jeezy, who's working next door at the dispensary, Jonathan, since I was in jail with him, like, he would enter in one of the chapters of where, like, oh, this other guy, and then there's a dispensary, and it has, just a little kind of, type thing like that is what I was just kind of thinking about.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
You should do like a Sunday comic strip where it's like you could push something out like weekly. That'd be kind of cool.
And how would that work?
It's just like 5 to like 6, 7 panels just to break it down, and then every week you just have those panels discussing like a part of a story, and then it's like a brand new story and break it down that way. That'd be kind of fun.
Yeah, that sounds interesting for sure.
So, comic book is anywhere between 24 pages to about 32.
And so what exactly is a comic book? I'm just saying, like, say, what is the objective of, is it telling the whole story through one comic book, or is it having like a bunch of comic books, like a bunch of different series or whatever it is?
You can do like a one story type of thing with one comic book. But
Well,
a lot
what are
of
the bigger, like, people high up in the industry do or whatever, like the main comics? Is it like that, or?
actually, it's more like how you have best example like Game of Thrones, where it ends off like a cliffhanger. So you want to get more and more of the chapters trying to figure out what happens with the story. So you can
Nice.
like I said, it's.
So it is story based.
Oh yeah, I mean, shoot, you can do. Even back in the day when they did movie adaptations, they'd be like 1 to 4 different comic books, but it's a chapter each of one. Or if you got a bigger story, shout out to Todd McFarlane. He's done what? 301 well, no, he's up to 350 now. 350 comics just with one character.
I would do a story, and the title of it would be E6, and it'd be everyone in that particular pod. It would be it'd be E6, and it'd be everyone in that particular MDC pod had a different scenario going on. So you can almost highlight each, and you know what I mean? Like in the sense of you can have an overall story of like, oh, these guys are meeting together to play cards, but then you could break it off into, well, the drug dealer's having problems in his court case, or
right.
But make it at a comedy level. Like, almost like a
sitcom type of thing?
Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. Almost having it like, that type of... But I'm saying don't have it like dark and hard, because that's boring. And for that subject, that's already been overdone. I would have it more like almost like a comedy related, not so comedy, but God, like dry humor somewhat, where it's kind of like, you can just have different characters that, those people are very interesting due to their flaws and everything else.
Sounds more like Jay and Silent Bob type of thing. Because he actually, Evan Smith has his own comic with Jay and Silent Bob, which is quite hilarious. But yeah, I mean, you can do anything. My
this
book
would almost be the daily life of it. Well, what's up with your book?
No, my book I'm designing specifically for different types of media. So if it wants to go to a script towards a movie or a TV show, you're able to adapt it. It's been, 10 years in the making? So issue 1's out, working on number 2, but it's kind of hard being a full-time artist and having a real job at the same time.
Well, since people are so caught up in the prison thing, it's almost like they could bring a reality TV of saying something like E6, and then you're seeing the smuggling in of shit. You're seeing the daily. Oh, you're wondering at what kind of time that guy gets, if he gets sentenced, if there's, for that niche.
Have you seen Orange Is the New Black yet?
No, but see that I've heard of it. What is it? Are they women in jail or whatever?
Yeah, it's. I would like to see like the male perspective, but
Yeah.
yes, that is the female perspective of, like I said, and. It's,
Okay, so yes, how that show is brought on, that's what I'm talking about the comic book, but for a men's version. That's what I meant. Like about my comic would be, you know what I mean? Then you could subsection it and even come up with a special comic that was Sirens Salon, and it's that specific individual and now his daily. That would be, but you would start off with the overall. I would almost think.
You can even jump around storylines. I mean, you could start at Sirens Salon, do the comic, and then hey, let's do like a prequel thing, like this is what happened while I was in jail.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
Oh, this is what happened to me with this.
So are you allowed to talk about this comic that you did right here?
Oh yeah.
Because I'm going to read it tonight, but what is this one about?
My concept is I have a huge passion for not only comic books, but I love 90s action. I'm a big, I love ninjas. But I also love the idea of a timepiece in England during like Jack the Ripper time, the late 1800s.
Nice.
And I thought to myself, well, why have we had anything with like a ninja during that time? What would he be doing? And another concept was, well, how do these guys get their powers? Because as humans, we can't walk across water. We can't, disappear and climb up walls and have all this super strength. But what if you actually could take like a ghost or a demon and say, you know what, if you decide to move on to a higher plane, if you do, kind of like the jail time you kind of brought up, if you do like a good time in service, you can move on to the higher plane. So that's how the ninjas get their powers, is through these ghosts and demons. So this one's actually based on the main character's name is Jubei.
Oh wow.
And he's like I said, it's just he wants to he fights the things that go bump in the night. That is the point of the ninjas. So the Tokugawa, instead of actually killing off all the ninjas in Japan, decided to basically give their ninjas or sell the ninjas to the different countries. So you have different cultures mixing in with one another, and how it affects them and their daily life, how it affects everything that surrounds them. So, but that's where the concept came from. So,
even another comic on a simple note, since you like ninjas, there's a ninja, and you could almost start off where the ninjas are in their samurai. You almost see a grassy plain field where these ninjas are dedicated and honed into practicing, and then something appears in the distance, and they were never really supposed to go over there. One ninja goes over there and gets pushed in, or somehow falls in, but now he's in a portal to the deep fog in London, or whatever it is, and somehow comes into counter with Jack the Ripper, or I don't know if you're allowed to use those other characters, but then it's like, now you have, or maybe you throw two ninjas in there. But I'm just saying you can, start off with one ninja, maybe the other ninjas in another chapter try to come back for him, or have a Star Trekian theme to it, almost like, because I like 90s, dude. I'm all into 90s, if anything.
I was just more focused on just the one. Another thing I could, the whole idea of this is creating even a world, a universe where I don't have to have a ninja just there. I can do like a Viking ninja, or I can do a ninja in the future, or I can.
Wow.
So that's the whole concept, is that way it's not stuck in a specific time.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's well thought out. That's.
But Jack the Ripper isn't who he seems. I can't give anything on that one. So, but like I said, when it does come around, it's just gonna blow people's minds.
What, the Jack the Ripper one?
Yeah.
And you're gonna do that one?
Yeah.
And so, what is the name of that one gonna be?
Well, the book is called Gentleman Ninja.
Oh yeah.
So because of the fact it's based in the 1800s.
Sir Ninja.
Yeah, Gentleman Ninja, and he works with, like I said, the Queen of England and everything else. They're kind of. I'm also kind of playing with the whole racial idea, where even though he's Asian, he is higher up there. What do you think? How would people react to him during that time?
Nice.
In the 1800s.
Like shit.
Right? So he's got to deal with that. I got to find some way to actually ground the book, and I thought that was a good way to start off with.
And what would be considered grounding the book, like in your humble opinion? Just saying, like, what would be considered, like, just so I can understand what grounding the book means.
I believe a lot of it is to do with the history. If you follow a lot of the real history of the United Kingdom or London, Victorian age during that time, have a lot of actual facts and truth about that time. That definitely, to me, grounds the book, makes it, humanizes it.
Nice.
That's that.
So it gives the book some validity.
Right. Like, oh, this is impossible, but oh, this actually.
I see what you're saying. So the book's just too impossible, and it's not. I get it. So in that sense, it's not grounded. If all of it's made up, there has to be some type of grounding there.
Correct.
Sort of.
Something
just
that
to
people
give
can
it.
relate to. Like, hey, I studied, the 1800s back, way back in the day, and I want to be able to capture that reader's attention that way. But I also, like I said, another fun thing about it, it's gritty. The way I sketched it out, it's a heavy, grittier style than most comics. I didn't want the clean lines that a lot of comics have. I wanted to feel heavy. And so when you read the book, you'll actually see that. Because you're going to notice that not only there's only the British culture there, but Japanese culture as well mixed in. But yeah, I would like your opinion when you come back and let me know what you think.
Oh, I'm gonna let you know before that, because I'm really gonna read it. Just saying.
We've got Jubei. His powers come from. He has a ghost, and her name is Eshima.
Oh, wow.
And that's his familiar that helps him fight the things that are evil.
And are you gonna have a booth over at ComicCon?
Yes.
Nice.
I'll be booth 520
Wow.
or 518 or 518. That's what it is. I think for a second. I believe we'll be top floor. We hang out with because there'll be celebrities and everything there.
So guys, if you're going to Comic-Con out there, if you're in the Albuquerque area, what booth are you gonna be?
520.
Because I guarantee there's someone on there's one for sure. You're 100%. Only because I get a lot of views, so I'm like, there'll be someone there.
Right on, man. Love to see you guys.
Yeah, go get a comic book, buy one, he'll autograph it, whatever, and there'll be
Right.
other people there. And
I forgot who's going, which actors. I think the main actor did SpongeBob SquarePants going to be there.
oh, cool.
Did the voice. I'll have to look at the guest list on there. I don't remember off the top of my head. I know the creator, Brian Polito from Lady Death's going to be there. A couple of WWE wrestlers going to be there. I just don't remember the guest list right now.
And so, are you gonna dress up?
No, I'm the artist, man. I leave the dressing up to the other guys. I mean, the cosplay everybody, and that's called the cosplay version. I highly insist everybody gets dresses up, go have fun.
Yeah.
You know, me, it's just with the timing, and sometimes the costumes are way too hot. Just like I said, you'll just see me in my comic shirt and.
Because what would you wear if you wore one of the costumes?
I think it depends on the person. I mean, you got anywhere.
Well, what would you yourself wear?
Myself?
Yeah, you.
Probably John Wick.
John Wayne?
John Wick.
Oh, John Wick? Who is that?
You haven't seen John Wick yet?
Well, I don't know who it is, do you know?
That's Keanu Reeves' new character. He's.
Huh.
That would be kind of fun. But like I said, my lady's definitely into it. She dresses as steampunk Catwoman. That's her
cool.
thing. But I have friends that do the professional stuff where it's just. It competes with the bigger cons out there. People spend thousands and dollars just trying to make this one elaborate costume, and that they even have contests with their the cosplayers or whatever.
Batman, Star Wars.
Oh, you name it. Anime, cartoons. I usually try to look for something different on there. I laughed one year because somebody dressed up and decided to be Barney Rubble.
Oh, wow.
And his wife went, I was like, that is something different.
Yeah, wouldn't think you would see that.
And that's the ones I actually really enjoy, when they actually use their imagination, and you can combine different things. Why not have a costume with Batman, Superman? Why not have something that's, unique?
Out of the norm.
Yeah. Those are the costumes that really, if you're going to competition, that really win them.
Also, that's what they do. They go there to win.
Yeah, there's different prizes, and if you dress up, you're going to have a lot of people stop you. You can take like 10 feet, and they'll stop like, hey, can we take a picture? Can we take a picture?
Oh, yeah.
So.
It's like he starts to really think he's Batman. It's like, fucking.
Oh, people really get into that.
I love that. That's fucking nuts. Yeah, I've never been to one of those.
They're a lot of fun. I just say your first time's definitely overwhelming when you go.
And what do they have, food over there?
Yeah, it's like concession stand food. I think another thing also what I enjoy about
It's not formal dining now. I'm just getting it's like
I wish.
It's all
Sometimes I'm so busy drawing I forget to eat, so at the end of the day when you leave you're like, I am starved. You're like, oh yeah, I haven't eaten yet. I think that's one thing I enjoy about Comic Cons is the community aspect of it, because when you make friends, not only does it happen here, you get to meet them at Colorado and everything else. It's like a big family. So what interests you in going to a Comic-Con?
Maybe buying something over there.
Oh, there's lots.
Yeah.
You'll find something.
See what I mean? Something for the shop, and then going and trade. I want to go get a couple comics. Is the only thing that really interests me. So it's kind of like, 'cause I don't have any. So it's like now I have a comic, but I want to go buy some too. So it's like if I go to Comic-Con, I'm sure there's someone there that's like, oh, I have the original Batman or one of these comics that they like, the Superman one that'll make me happy that I remember as a kid. It was an all-white comic. It had like a Superman symbol on the front. Like I don't know what year that was. I'll know when I get there. So like if I see that comic and I like it, and it's not $100,000, it's mine.
Comics have gotten expensive ever since the movies have come out since 2000. Actually, no. I would say, I think since COVID, everything's tripled in price in comics. Because everybody sat at home, they had all the paychecks, had nothing to spend it on, and they decided to get, the comics they wanted, and now they're just getting harder and harder to find.
That looks sick. Also, there's, and I have some clients that for sure they go to that. So it's like, let's see what it's all about.
That's only about comics, is you have the artist there, you can pick up original art. So hey, you want a Superman sketch? They'll charge a specific thing for that.
Oh, they could do something for you on the spot?
Yeah.
Oh, I'd have them draw my logo and I'd pay them for that.
Immediately. So they'll do it on the spot. A lot of times, if it's depending on how intricate it is, but hey, give us a couple hours. I have you go walk around because we don't want you to sit there staring all day.
No, I don't want to watch them. I don't like doing that.
We don't mind it. Just like I said, it's just I
want them to concentrate. So I feel like once I'm gone, they could vibe out and, they don't need me hovering over them. Because look, here's the thing when even I've tattooed before. So when you start a tattoo, I don't want you to see the beginning part. I don't need you telling me, oh, can you make that a little darker? Sorry. You didn't know that I was going to do that anyway. And it's like, that's just the part of the...
It's a surprise. You want to be an awesome surprise. They say oh my God.
I like to be able to concentrate too. And I don't need someone telling me, oh yeah, hey TJ, can you add a little bit more color to this? And it's like, dude, I'm not done yet.
Yep.
That's why I don't face people towards the mirror until I'm done. Because it's like, then you might get someone, oh, TJ, it's like, watch, I'm ultra professional.
The artist perspective.
Yeah. It's like, because I was battling, what do I put on my profile? Do I put entrepreneur? Do I put artist? It's like, I put artist because it's like, they already know you're an entrepreneur and you own a business. It's like, what you really do is art. You're cutting hair all day. Whether you owned a business or not, you'd be cutting hair.
I appreciate your artwork, man. You're a maestro.
Oh yeah, I appreciate it, brother. Really, that's why we get along so good. It's like we both like. It's like we both appreciate detail. Mm-hmm. Watch. I'm gonna read that comic tonight, and I don't mean tonight. I mean later on this afternoon.
Well, you got my number, man. Just let me know what you think. And I can accept criticism. It's all right. I don't like people oh, it's not that great. Okay, cool. Can you tell me why? So the next book I make is a little bit better.
They don't know why. It's not that great because they haven't wrote one. It's like my God, there's no way it's not that. That's where I said that.
Honestly, it's not out there to make everybody happy. I did it because I wanted to do it.
Yeah, it's gonna be elite, dude. I guarantee you.
I just need to get more time so I can work on book 2 and get that out. It was pretty awesome because that book came out a year and a half ago.
And we'll do your beard. We'll do them without the people involved. But watch first. Look at the haircut. Make sure this passes the dust. Watch.
Look at that.
That way we can turn them off and then concentrate on you, me, and the beard. Watch. Look at this. You can even see the back and everything.
Dude, you're just a maestro.
Sick, brother. Hell yeah.
I dig that. Bam.